Why the hell are there so many tourists in New York today? What the hell? Everyone just kind of flocked here all of a sudden to get in my way, to annoy the crap out of me. I mean, they're everywhere. I should have filmed this morning in Grand Central. It was unreal. There were so many people. I couldn't move. But I had to go do a few things, so I had no time to film. So here we are. We're going back to Grand Central. We'll see what it looks like going back. The guy on a crane above my head. We're walking down Lexington Avenue. It's a beautiful day in New York. Maybe that's why there's so many tourists here. Maybe because it's so beautiful. I don't know. I have no clue. It's just crazy that there would be so many people out on a day like this. It's not a holiday, nothing special going on. Although I will admit, it is the nicest day we've had in a long time. Seems like we've had rain almost every day. So maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know. I can't figure it out anymore. It's crazy. There's an old church. St. Vincent Ferrara. Roman Catholic Church. This was built a long time ago. Oh, it's a lovely day in the neighborhood. Well, not really. I hate this part of town. This is mostly people shopping and people doing various things in the city. It's not really much of a community anymore. I love this DJ Osmo because even though I'm filming out to the street, people think that because I'm talking into it, or at least it looks like I'm talking into it. So people just assume that I'm doing some kind of video with someone, which of course I'm not. Most people in New York don't really give a shite about people on cameras because, you know, there's a million people walking around taking pictures, shooting videos, especially when you have this amount of tourists. Oh, how nice. Monsieur Bistro. Food looks good. I wouldn't mind sitting down to eat, but I don't have an extra $1,000. Everything's so expensive. The other day, I went to a bar near Grand Central Station. I had 3 margaritas. They were $25 each. By the time you get done with tax and tip, you're dropping $100 for 3 drinks. It's ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Wow, look at those buildings. Let's see if I could scan up. Oh, those are gorgeous. I wouldn't mind living in there. See, make sure I don't get run over here. Oh, God. Eat Here Now. That's a nice name for a restaurant. So, what do you guys think about what's going on in LA with the so-called peaceful protests? What do you guys think of that? I think it's crazy. But it looks like, as of yesterday, the LAPD kind of stepped it up and grew a pair and really enforced the curfew, as they should, as they definitely should. A curfew is supposed to mean something. Look, I get it. People, anybody can protest anything they want. That's part of our democracy. And if people want to protest what's going on in Gaza and Israel and all that, that's fine. I support that. But how do we go from... Oh, can you still hear me? The microphone seems to have fell down. See if I can make an adjustment. Anyway, how do we go from that to... How do we go from peaceful protesting what's going on in Israel and Gaza? How do we go from that to looting the Chanel store, looting Burberry, carrying signs, talking about... I saw the interviews with some of them, talking about we got to overthrow this MF, we got to have a revolution. I mean, come on. Come on. It's just ridiculous. What's this? What kind of spa is that? Me love you long time. Oh, and here's the psychic readings, $10. You can go in and have and get ripped off. If they knew the future, they'd be living in Beverly Hills, right? Wow, everyone's walking around today. Look at some of these stores over here as we wait for the light. So, back to what I was talking about with these peaceful protests. I can't do it with two hands properly because I'm holding the camera with one hand. Back to those peaceful protests. So these people are looting stores, burning police cars. That's just, that's over the line. And the cops have been, and the National Guard, they've been very gentle with them. I recently seen some footage. I mean, I was a baby at the time, but I think it was 1969 with Mayor Daley and the Chicago, the convention. Was it the DNC or the RNC? I don't remember. I'm gonna guess it was the DNC, but I've seen some video footage of that, as I'm sure many of you have, and those cops came out, and I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but it's just interesting. They came out swinging those billy clubs. They got the riots under control, all right. But that's, that was probably excessive on the other end of the scale. Oh, look where we are. We're at Bloomingdale's. This is Bloomies. This store, I think this is the original Bloomingdale's. Very expensive, but very good quality. It's not Macy's, that's for sure. At one time, Macy's, I hope you could hear me over this noise. Got garbage trucks, got all this going on here. At one time, Macy's was considered very high-end, and it was high-end. Now Macy's is basically Kohl's. Oh my God! Look at this. This is crazy. What the hell is going on here? This is not the place to come if you want to be quiet, that's for sure. But I thought you guys would like to see a crowd. And this is what I'm saying. Everybody came out. There's a million kids walking around with their parents. Don't these people have school anymore? What's going on? No school? They should have school. It's, school's not over yet, is it? I don't think it is. What's this guy? Oh. I couldn't read the sign. He's playing some copyrighted music, so I got to talk over it. So YouTube doesn't put me on the no-no list. So I also want to take a minute to thank everyone who has bought me a coffee. I was really surprised. You know, I put the link in on a few videos. I signed up for this buy me a coffee thing. I really didn't expect anything. And so many people have stepped up and bought me a coffee. It was really, really surprising. So I really appreciate it. And if you want to buy me a coffee, there'll be a link in the description and also in my homepage. Much appreciated. Back to reality. Where are we? We're still on Lexington. I got to go all the way down to 42nd Street. At some point, I might just jump on the bus. I can't take all these people. This is a big contrast to the East Village, where I usually do my videos. I've been in that building across the street with the, what is that called? Those weird looking columns. I can't remember. I've been in there years ago. I forget what celebrity lived in there. I'm sure there's quite a few. That's some building. That goes up to the sky. That is something. I think I was in there for work. It's maybe 15 years ago. So we're on 57th Street, which is always busy. Oh, Lord. So my original intention for today's video was to take a walk over to the Hotel Chelsea. The Chelsea Hotel, which is on West 23rd Street. Former home to Bob Dylan, Iggy Pop. No, I don't know if Iggy Pop. I think he did live there for a while. A few others. Who else lived there? Oh, Nico. Remember her song, Chelsea Girls? Anyway. Boy, look at that thing going on. I wouldn't want to be in that. Anyway, that was my plan. But, you know what happened? It's too damn hot. That's what happened. So I changed my mind. I can't do it today, but I will do it very, very soon. I guarantee you that. That guy looked like Gavin Newsom. Oh, here they are. They're selling the water. They're selling the waters. They're most likely migrants. That's the new thing that they do in Manhattan to make money off the books because they can't work on the books. Oh, it's a little better over here. Maybe it'll quiet down. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's just so damn noisy.
So that, like, if they were to go do that and like to go vertical style, if they go and they're just like
Wow, look at that church over there. I don't know if you could see the top of it. That is so pretty. I never noticed that before. Yeah, it's a busy day in New York. What I might have to do is I might have to try to get a little closer to Grand Central because all this body odor. It's a combination of body odor and perfume. So all this body odor and perfume is making me nauseous. Yes, Federal Express. Always on time. Never late. Percolator courier. And there across the street is a Shake Shack. I had Shake Shack the other day. Greasiest hamburgers I've ever eaten. But tasty. And of course, now we have the Jackhammer Man. Oh, this is brutal. This is brutal. The smells, the heat, the sounds. There's some construction workers in a hole. Okay, we have a lot of office buildings here. And of course, we have the lunch crew outside the office buildings. Getting some photons in the sun. Well, that's where else would you get photons? Getting some photons and eating their lunch. I remember when these things used to sell cigarettes. I don't think they do anymore.
And then all of us celebrated so like after 1 or 2 years after that, when we traveled over, everyone was so busy.
The amount of construction here is insane. Well, watch you don't get a leg amputated by a truck. So that's really what I wanted to talk to you about today.
Yeah.
These crazy, insane, peaceful protests in Los Angeles
We made that argument to keep it
It's like kind of like
that has now spread to New York, Chicago, of course, but every major city has protests now. But I don't believe they have turned violent, at least not to the level that they have in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the city of angels. They should change the name to Los Devilis, the city of devils, because that sure is what it seems is happening there lately. However, I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe the majority of these people who are having these peaceful protests, I believe the majority of them are not from LA. I think they got shipped in. I'd like to know who's paying for all this. Well, we're in the 42nd Street subway station. Exiting the subway, heading into, if I can get this camera to turn around, heading into Grand Central Terminal. I'm on the escalator. Very bad angle, I'm sorry folks. We're getting off. Now, we have just entered Grand Central Terminal. Let's see if it's as crazy as it was this morning. Probably not. Oh no, it looks like it's just as crazy. Let's see when our train arrives. Hopefully not in an hour. And hopefully it's on the upper level. That lower level's a pain in the ass, if you know what I mean. Train departures, and on this side, oh no, I thought we had train arrivals. We don't. All right. Inside the main terminal, there'll be a train arrival window where we could check it out. Oh, here, departures. Well, it's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. Now, normally, in a situation like this, when it's not looking too good, what I would normally do is, I'm going to show you some of the ceiling. The ceiling here is really pretty. Oh boy, that makes me dizzy. Look at that though, it's really pretty. And in the middle you have the infamous clock, the Grand Central clock. I didn't see any train that was apropos for me. Yeah, it's still busy. It's not rush hour. There's no reason for it to be this busy, but it is. As you can see, everyone is taking pictures and video with cameras and cell phones. Let's see.
I'm taking the 4-5. Yeah.
Maybe they canceled my train line. Wouldn't that be something? Oh, it's on the other side. So most of these people in here are tourists. These are not your day-to-day commuters like I am. So the majority of these people, how could that be? That's nuts. Oh boy, I have an hour to kill. You guys don't want another hour of this. Up there at the top is Cipriani and the Campbell bar, which I'm sure there'll be no videos allowed. So I won't even bother. Not only that, those are a lot of steps. I'm too lazy. I'm a lazy YouTuber. I don't like to, down there you have the subway shuttle. So I got time to kill, man. So I can't go have a drink because I have a blood test coming up in a few days. I mean, there's no rule that says you can't have a drink when you have a blood test coming up, but ever since I started drinking when I was a teenager, I always knew you want to stop drinking at least a week or two before a blood test, because if you don't, you risk having elevated liver enzymes, and that's something we don't want to have.
Attention customers, for your safety and the safety of others, please do not sit on the floor or stairs.
So the smells have now
Thank you for your cooperation.
gotten worse, in the sense that walking down Lexington Avenue was a 50-50 combo of body odor and perfume. Now I would say it's a 70-30 body odor to perfume ratio. There's a lot of sweaty people in this place. Yeah, so this is where I get into trouble, when I have free time and I just want to have a drink because I have nothing else to do. So that's the problem. And I'm so early, and it seems that my train doesn't even have a track assigned to it. That's the famous Grand Central clock. That's a landmark. Probably here. I'm going to say late 1800s. I'm going to take a guess that was built in the late 1800s.
Oh, Mark, good to meet you.
And that's been a famous meeting spot for people. You know, you have a date or you're going to meet someone. What do you always say? I'll meet you in Grand Central Station at the clock. That's what people always say. We'll meet at the clock. I'm just so bummed about I'm going to go downstairs and see. There's a train that leaves in 3 minutes. I'm going to see if that particular train stops at my stop. Maybe it does. Because they don't always advertise that one. They just list its final destination. When I was younger, I used to hop, skip, and dance down these stairs like Fred Astaire. Now I'm not as stable on my feet. And I need to go a little slower I try not to hold on to the rail because it's disgusting. It's full of germs. We're in the lower level now, where the food court is, where everything is quadruple the price of what it should be. Let's see if this train goes where I want to go. Does it? No. Out of luck, it does not. Well, since we came down here, I could show you a New York landmark where people have come from around the world to visit. No, it's not these cheesy fast food places like Shake Shack. Definitely not that. Or the other places that they opened up here. But it is the Oyster Bar. The Oyster Bar is a landmark. It's beautiful in there. Best place to have oysters is the Oyster Bar. Here, I'll show you the menu. Look at the raw bar. Not too bad, I guess. About $5 an oyster. That's not crazy. So there's a thing here that people talk into the corners of these columns. It's well known around the world. By the way the ceiling is made, they come to the corner here, right here. And if someone speaks into this corner here, they can hear someone from the other corner. Yeah, I heard I heard you. I heard you. They can come from the other corner, and you can hear them as if they're whispering in your ear. Something about this vaulted ceiling, the way the sound just travels across. I'm sure it wasn't designed that way, but it's pretty cool. So I'm down here now, and I still don't know what track my departing train in an hour will leave from. So I should do the intelligent thing. Would you like to see me? I should do the intelligent thing and check the app. So let's do that. Let's see what the app tells us. Maybe the app will have different information. Oh, this is the takeout window of the Oyster Bar, by the way. Let me show you. Gotta remember to turn it around. These people, no, these are not prisoners. They're not in jail. This is where you come to order food, to take out. How are you? There. No, just filming. Thank you. So that's the takeout window. Let's see when the train comes. Oh, not too bad. 34 minutes. 34 minutes. It doesn't tell me what track yet. But I can deal with that. I do not want to go upstairs yet because I do not know what track I'm leaving at. So perhaps this is a good time to say au revoir. So, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, you can. There'll be a link in the description. I appreciate it very much. And until next time, later.